Yo, what up? I got some good news. Some really good news. Now, this right here, we have been begging for at least 2-3 months. At least, bro. Like, we've been begging and wishing and hoping of this announcement to come. Now, before I tell you the great news, before I tell you the good news that I have to tell you guys, you already know I got to go through the history. Man. Because we already know Sony does not like to listen to their fans. They love to ignore us. They love to look over us. They love to do what they feel like is right for the business. And everybody don't really agree with it. You know, all the time I don't agree with it. A lot of other people have not been, really agreeing with it. But they did do something good today. They made an announcement. Now, through all of the greed, the lying, the scheming, the backdoor, the lockdown deals, the shady deals, the lawsuits, the trying to compete with Call of Duty. Well, let me take that back. They do not want to compete with Call of Duty due to the fact that it will take 5 to 7 years to even try to compete. They don't want to upgrade PlayStation Plus premium service due to the fact that it's going to cost too much money, and they don't want to build all of these new games ground up. But they claim they went and got Bungie to make 10 live streaming service games for PlayStation Plus Premium. I'm assuming that's what it's for. Now, will they slap a $70 price tag on the games? Man, I don't know. We'll have to see. We will definitely have to see. But Jim Ryan, I can honestly say, if you have somehow, some way woke up and say, you know what, today is the day I'm finally going to do something right. I'm going to start being for the fans. I'm going to give them what they want. Now, this is huge because we have been asking for this for at least 2 or 3 months now. At least, because it's winding down, right, for the God of War to eventually about to drop. So God of War Ragnarok is about to drop, right? We all know that. So you ain't really showed us nothing on that. So we've been waiting. You know what I'm talking about? So all of the fans, all of the fanboys, all of the gamers, the whole entire gaming community have been waiting on this. And it seemed like we have finally made it to the Sony front office. I don't know if it's the fans have been complaining on Twitter, people have been emailing them, I don't know. But they have finally spoken and let the fans know that they will be having a state of play. And that is something that may show Spider-Man 2 and God of War Ragnarok, and maybe some footage of Wolverine, how that game is coming along. Now, those are the biggest three. Those are the biggest three that I'm really looking forward to. Now, I don't know, I don't really know what to expect with this. We really don't, because the last showcase they pretty much showed everything: multi-plats, exclusives, big time games that they're supposed to be dropping. I think I don't know I can't remember all the games that were announced, but I think Spider-Man and Wolverine were announced, and I think even about the Spider-Man PC that was coming to PC, and that's what caused a really big issue, because a lot of PlayStation fanboys and Sony ponies do not like PC right now. Some of them may even have a PC, but the fact that Spider-Man is coming, or I can't say coming no more, Spider-Man is on PC, that's an issue, that's a problem. They felt like it pretty much brought the value down or devalued their PS5s and PS4s, because it's like, why are you giving away our exclusives when you know that's what makes PlayStation the exclusives, right? Just like kind of like Nintendo. So like Xbox is more of an open device, so they don't really like to let you know a whole lot of what's going on with Sony. So this is a big surprise that they did announce this, and I'm thinking, due to the fact, you know what, I want to give all the thanks to the gaming community that stood up and said, hey Sony, we need to see a state of play, we need to see some gameplay. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, I probably went over that a few times already. I was like, why are you letting a gaming magazine, Game Informer or something, do your gameplay for your biggest smash hit of all time, God of War Ragnarok? That's right next to Spider-Man and Last of Us. Like, come on, God of War, come on, man. You got to do better. You got to do better, Sony. Now, Jim Ryan, you get a pass today. You get a pass today, bro. Like, woo, you get a pass today. Like, cause you did something big that the fans have been asking for. And that, my friend, is a start. Now, if you can continue to only keep this motivation going more towards competing, like you said, now you promised us, okay, that this will be one of the best generations, right? You know what I'm saying? We believe in generations. So can you do one more thing for us, Jim Ryan, up there at Sony front office? Can you do one more thing, bro? All we are asking for is for you to do better with PlayStation Plus Premium, and we need some day ones, bro. Because obviously you had to hear the fans if they've been complaining about state of play. You're gonna let Disney and Marvel. That's another video. But you're gonna let Disney and Marvel do a showcase together, and Sony can't do one? What? This was their first showcase ever. Even if it was weak, even if it was nothing that you would ever be interested in. It'd probably sell Spider-Man if they showed that, or something of that nature, or some Star Wars games. But even if you weren't interested in nothing, they did one. And I salute them. I salute Disney and Marvel for even going out of their way to even do that, because they didn't even have to do that, you know? So, Jim Ryan, we need to see a little bit more. Since you listened to the fans this time, you did listen to the fans, and I always give props where props are due. If you can continue to make it up to us, we can build a new path with Sony. We can you can bring Sony back now, because you are giving us something that we have been asking for. And if you nail it in the coffin, if you hit it on the bullseye on the mark, and you give us that God of War Ragnarok gameplay that we've been begging for, maybe this can be a new start, Jim, right? Maybe we can make up. Maybe we can have dinner. Maybe we can make up, you know. But we're gonna have to see. And Spider-Man 2, we may need to see a little more on that. And Wolverine, we want to see how far along that's coming. And Final Fantasies, are you guys going to release it on PC Game Pass, or are you going to release Final Fantasy remakes on just PC? Because we need to know a little bit more about that, and Resident Evil, and something else, and some more exclusives. But I can't think of them on the top of my head. But I think I'm gonna leave it right there, guys. And you already know what to do. Peace.
Jay from Game Informer here. In God of War 2018, we traversed Midgard and its massive Lake of the Nine, Alfheim, home to light and dark elves, Helheim, the underworld, alongside Jotunheim, the land of giants, and even Niflheim and Muspelheim, which pushed players' skills to the limit with combat trials. Sadly, Odin barred access to the remaining realms, but director Eric Williams told me we'll get to explore all 9 in God of War Ragnarok, and that the ones we've seen before will feel new again. But without further ado, welcome to Svartalfheim, a realm that exemplifies dwarven ingenuity. I'm talking technical marvels like mine pits, artificial water channels, and sprawling cities, all setting the stage for potentially complex environmental puzzles. To navigate the new realm, we'll need to rely on Kratos' toolset, his weapons, and yes, his son, Atreus. In Svartalfheim, Kratos can freeze geysers by way of the Leviathan axe, dismantle pots with his blades of chaos, and command the boy to interact with out-of-reach devices. I spoke with two level designers about Svartalheim's creation, and both talked about evolving the gameplay in larger spaces. The world and its mechanics reflect the narrative. In the reveal trailer, we watched Kratos and company use sled wolves to get from one far-off point to the next, but in less frozen areas, like Svartalheim, we'll row down streams or through open waters in a canoe. Perhaps there will be more transportation methods, but for now, all of this suggests a journey vaster and bolder than what came before. God of War games are known for their expressive, gritty action, and Ragnarok looks to be no different. In fact, two lead combat designers told me their process is inspired by a badass studio catchphrase, "Play with your food." And you can see how Kratos lives up to that philosophy, grappling ledges with his Blades of Chaos and launching opponents with the two new Dauntless and Stonewall arm shields. Atreus assists the war effort by stunning with arrows, destroying obstructions, swinging his bow, and summoning spectral allies like in the last game. One big change that's pretty easy to miss unless you're playing is the new ability mapped to the triangle button. By holding or mashing triangle, Kratos activates his weapon's signature move. Depending on whether he has a Leviathan axe or Blades of Chaos equipped, Kratos can infuse his steel with ice or fire. These elemental moves, called Frost Awaken and Whiplash, do extra damage by freezing or incinerating enemies. Even though you're an unstoppable ball of rage, one combat designer cautioned that we shouldn't play with all our food. Some food can eat us pretty easily too. Want more info about the new reptilian creatures called Grims or some of the playstyles you can experiment with? Go to GameInformer.com/GOW Ragnarok and be sure to stay tuned for more God of War videos.
When you are at your weakest,
when fear and doubt are a burden too heavy to bear,
remember this. You are not alone.
time is running out. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok. War is coming. My story doesn't end hiding in these woods. I should be out there, finding out who I am, who Loki is.
I will not allow you to pick a fight with gods.
I don't want to fight anyone. I just want answers.
And if those answers lead to war with Asgard,
maybe that's what Mother wanted.
we do not know what Mother wanted.
Well, I recognize that dour expression anywhere. Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
What if there was someone who could help us?
You mean Tyr, the old god of war in these lands, who is dead?
Well, for a dead man, Odin seemed pretty keen on seeing he wasn't found.
If he's out there, we gotta find him.
Come in.
What in all yarns be the happened to him?
We're trying to stop Ragnarok, to help people. And what if the only way to do that is war?
War is not the only way.
Stop thinking like a father for a moment and start thinking like a general.
No! You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you a calm and reasonable person? In moments of crisis, panic does nothing. Harness it. Let it serve you.
Tyr!
Are you coming with us?
soon enough. Well, some of them.